Thanks for tuning in to Avid Retro, and today I have a bit of a trial run of a automatic tin sucker with free suction nozzle desoldering pump. Now, I've just received this from AliExpress and it's a European market model, hence why I've got the converter plug there. Now it's a BBT 580. I wasn't expecting it to be quite as heavy as this. Yeah, quite a weighty thing. I don't know how I'm going to get on using this actually. So I presume you plug it in, wait for it to get up to temperature, and then when you want to use the suction, you probably just press this in. And there seems to be some spare nozzles. Now this rod is probably just to have a go at clearing any blockage. Let's just have a little read of the instruction manual first. So it says to plug the power cord into the power and let it warm up for 5 minutes. Place the tip of the nozzle against the solder you wish to remove. Now when the solder begins melting, press the button on the side and it says the solder will be absorbed. Oh, nothing in the middle. And then it says cleaning and nozzle replacement. Turn the power off and wait until the unit has completely cooled before removing the solder waste of replacing the nozzle. Cleaning. Remove the solder waste around the tip. Remove the solder waste inside the grip. And then just tells you how to replace the nozzle using some pliers if need be. It looks like you have to hold this here while turning anti-clockwise. Quite a few turns. Oh, it's kind of sprung loaded somewhat. It's interesting to see what's inside. This is the heating element part. It slides into here. Kind of sits in like that. So this is a suction mechanism. Now I was going to jump in and use one of these shaver adapters. Now I haven't, because I've read on here that they're only rated up to 250 watts at 1 amp. So I'm likely to blow the fuse in this, because it's obviously quite cheaply made. Maybe that's not a wise thing to swap this out and use like a 3 amp fuse. So I decided I will use this one. This is a proper kind of adapter and it is rated for 10 amps, 2,500 watts. So that's plenty. So that's quite interesting. I've just plugged this in and it's obviously going to take some time to warm up, but I thought I'd just press this and see what it does. And I was expecting it to make a suction sound, but it actually works in the same kind of way as a regular solder sucker works. See, it just fires. You can hear it suctioning, but I thought it would be constant. Maybe that's just my naive thinking. Wow, straight away. This is very hot. There's no adjustable heat, so it doesn't need to be on for very long. It does go to show that it does work, surprisingly. Stopped. I was quite shocked that this broke after a few seconds essentially of use. I don't know if it's because I was maybe holding on to this too long and it overloaded or something, but anyway, I thought I would see if I can just test any of the internal components. So it's been switched off for a long time now, and just having a look, see if there's a visual indicator. So we've got some resistors here, and then there's one capacitor. Okay, so open circuit at the moment until I do that, and then set at 2000, it's saying 564. It's got 560, so those two are reading similar. That one is as well. Okay, let's see. $30, so that's looking okay, isn't it? So what's stopping that from heating up? I can see the problem, I think. Can you see there? That's come away from the board. Not the cleverest of soldering. I just need to solder this to here. So I'm not going to take this out fully. I don't need to get access to this, but this blue side needs to be soldered back in. I'm doing a left-handed solder. What I'm going to do is just glue the insulation of this cable down just so that it remains covered. I'm not going to do it on here, but I have heard that you can add bicarb of soda to an area that you want to super glue, and that actually causes the whole gluing part to be a lot quicker. I don't want to go dusting this particularly. Probably a smart move to add a bit of super glue inside, because it should strengthen it. Obviously it's relying on the solder to be attached to that board, but to have a little bit of super glue on both points, actually on both the two connections coming in, it should in theory make it a little bit safer. You know, if these are glued in. Like I say, on this side I'll do the cable tie. Okay, giving it a little while, so I'm going to reassemble this now. Working out how to do this spring. That was a bit of a faff getting these two springs in. So the last one was particularly tricky. So I've just used a very thin piece of wire to allow me to pull the spring over, but whether or not I can get this out without the spring pinging out again is anyone's guess. I should be able to get it out. There you go. Hooray. It's worked. Springs back in. Just a little bit of glue here where I've put a cable tie. I've already cut the end off. It's only probably 1 centimetre out from the base. So yeah, I've just put a bit of glue on there. Some of you may think, why isn't this grip fastened in better? Well, if it was, then you'd never be able to unscrew that to take it out. And look at it. So that's why it's kind of like this push fit, but it's a very poor push fit. Alright, let's, if I've repaired it. Okay, it's switched on. Hooray! Seems to be repaired. Well, thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll make some more videos like this in the future. Bye for now.